Hey everyone, welcome back to Webtil.in, your go-to place for tax filing updates, tax update and software solutions and compliance tips. In today's video, I will show you how to file ITR 4 for the assessment year 2025 to 26. If you are a business owner, freelancer or professional under the presumptive taxation scheme. And yes, we will cover all the new changes announced by the Income Tax Department this year. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome. I am Saloni Sharma and you are watching our YouTube channel where we simplify complex compliance topics and help you make smart tax saving decisions. So if you want to stay ahead with expert insights on tax planning and software solutions, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Now let's dive straight into today's topic. How to file ITR 4 including detailed information about the presumptive taxation scheme. With the evolving tax landscape, the Income Tax Department has introduced key updates in ITR 4 for the assessment year 2025 to 26, focusing on enhanced transparency, digital compliance, and simplified reporting for small businesses and professionals under the presumptive taxation. So let's explore what's new and how it impacts you. So let's get started. Let's understand about ITR 4, Return Filing Form for Presumptive Taxation. Presumptive scheme is applicable to eligible taxpayers, those who are required to declare income at a prescribed rate. Let's suppose if your income is limited by the specific rules and you have not maintained accounts and not done bookkeeping under a business or profession. The Income Tax Department has designed ITR 4 for you. This form allows taxpayers to file their returns with minimum details and with the minimum compliances. And it is mainly applicable for the small businesses and professionals. Now let's understand what is presumptive scheme. The presumptive taxation scheme is a simplified method of computing the incomes under the Income Tax Act, and it is designed mainly for the small taxpayers, or you can say it is for the small businesses and professionals. Instead of maintaining a detailed books of accounts and calculating actual profit, the Income Tax Department presumes a fixed percentage of your total turnover or receipts as your income, and you pay tax on that amount. And this presumptive scheme is applicable on residents, like if you are an individual, HUF firms other than LLPs, then you are eligible to file your ITR under the presumptive scheme. And the entities that are covered under the presumptive scheme are if you are a businessman or if you are a professional. And the sections under which the presumptive taxation will be covered are Section 4480 is for the businesses, Section 4480A is for the professionals, and Section 44AE for the transporters. Now let's understand the incomes that are covered under the presumptive scheme. So if you are having a specified business or professional income as per the presumptive scheme, and if you are having the income from business that is calculated under the Section 44AD or AE, or if you are having the income from profession that is calculated under the Section 44ADA. And also a new change has been introduced related to the long-term capital gain. So if you are having a long-term capital gain income up to 1,25,000 and you are not having any brought forward or carry forward of capital loss, then also you are eligible to file an ITR 4. And if you are having income from one house property and other source income, then you are eligible to file an ITR 4 under the presumptive scheme. Now let's understand who is not eligible to file an ITR 4. Individuals, those who are having the income more than 50 lakh, or if you were the director in any company during the previous year, or if you have made any investment in the unlisted equity shares, then you are not eligible to file an ITR 4. Also, if you are an individual, HUF or partnership firm, and you are required to maintain your books of accounts as per the Section 44 double A, then also you are not eligible to file an ITR 4. Resident but not ordinarily residents and NRI persons are also not allowed to file an ITR 4. And individuals, those who are having the income from other sources, like if you are having the lottery income, resource income, legal gambling, etc. And individuals, those who are having the income more than one house property, having the taxable capital gain like short term or long term, then also they are not eligible to file an ITR 4. Few criteria are also there for non-eligibility of filing an ITR 4, like agriculture income exceeding 5,000 rupees, a resident having the assets outside India, or is a signing authority in any account located outside India, and individuals, those who are having the relief of foreign tax paid or double taxation relief under the section 90 or 90A or 91, or if you are having the gains from virtual digital assets, or individuals for whom the TDS has been deducted under the section 194N. And in all these criteria also, an individual will not be eligible to file an ITR 4. Now let's understand the applicability of ITR 4. Business income under the section 44AD. Professionals having the income under the section 44ADA, that are presumptive taxation for professionals like doctors, lawyers, architects, etc. And income from goods carriage under the section 44A, those who are having the transport business and owning less than 10 good vehicles, then they are eligible to file an ITR 4. Let's have a look at the turnover or receipt criteria in case of presumptive taxation scheme. As per the section 44AD, that is related to small businesses. If you are having the small business under the section 44AD, you need to show the income at the rate of 8% if you are receiving the gross turnover or gross receipt in cash. Whereas in case if you are receiving the gross receipt in digital mode, then you need to show 6% as a presumptive income. And the turnover criteria will be considered in case of cash or other modes, then the turnover will be considered rupees 2 crore, whereas the turnover criteria, if you are having the turnover or gross receipt in the digital mode, then the turnover criteria will be 3 crores. Then comes the section 44ADA, that is related to specified professions. So if you are having the professional income under the section 44ADA, then you need to show 50% of your gross receipt as a presumptive income. And the turnover criteria under other modes will be 50 lakhs, whereas if you are receiving your turnover or gross receipts in the digital mode, then the turnover criteria will be 75 lakhs. Then comes the section 44AE, that is related to transporter. If you are a transporter and having less than 10 vehicles, then you need to show presumptive income up to 1000 or 7500 per month per vehicle, and no turnover criteria is there under the section 44AE. The threshold limit for section 44AD has been increased from 2 crores to 3 crores, but this criteria will be applicable in case if the cash receipt or bearer check, demand draft is less than 5% of the total turnover or of the total gross receipt. Then only the turnover will be considered up to 3 crores in case of businesses, and in case of professional, or if you are having the income under the section 44ADA, then the threshold limit will be considered up to 75 lakh, and the criteria will be if you are having the cash receipt less than 5%, then only the turnover criteria will change. And the major change in ITR 4, that is related to long-term capital income. So if you are having the income reporting under the head of long-term capital gain under the section 112A, 112A is related to the taxation of long-term capital gain or on listed shares, equity-oriented funds, and the unit of a business trust. And this applies to the profit earned from selling shares and mutual funds that are held for over 12 months. And the exemption on long-term capital gain on amount up to 1,25,000 from listed equities and equity mutual funds. So if you are having the long-term capital gain under the section 112A up to 1,25,000, then you are eligible to file an ITR 4. And no carry forward or set of capital losses should exist, otherwise you will not be able to file an ITR 4. And the long term must be only under the section 112A. No carry forward or set of losses should exist. Investors having the income up to 1,25,000 rupees are eligible to file an ITR 4. But if you are an intraday trader having the business income from FNOs, or if you are having a complex capital gain situation, then in all these criteria you are not eligible to file an ITR 4. And also the government has provided the drop down facilities for the deductions under the chapter 6A. And this is the computation of ITR 4 of the WebbyTax software, like how you can calculate your presumptive income under the section 44 AD, ADA and AE in WebbyTax software. So this is our WebbyTax software through which you will be able to enter all the details related to ITR 4. And for that you need to go to the computation. And in the computation you will be able to see the head of presumptive taxation to fill the details under the section 44 AD, ADA and AE. Click on presumptive business income, and here you will be able to see the section 44 AD. Here you need to enter the amount or the gross receipt that has been received in the digital mode. And after that your presumptive income under the section 44 AD will be calculated automatically. And if you have received any amount in the cash, then you can enter the cash amount detail over here, and 8% presumptive income under the section 44 AD will be calculated automatically like this. In the same way, you can enter the presumptive income under the section 44 ADA that is related to professionals. So if you have received the presumptive income under the section 44 ADA for the professionals in the digital mode, then you can enter the details over here. And after that, in case if you have received any amount in the cash, then you can enter the amount that has been received by you in the cash over here. And then the presumptive income under the section 44 ADA will be calculated like this. Then comes the section 44 AE that is related to the transporters. So here you need to provide the details related to the business income under the section 44 AE. Here you need to enter the registration number. You need to select whether owned, leased or hired, and after that you need to enter the tonnage capacity of the goods carriage over here, and then you need to select the number of months for which good carriage was owned, leased or hired, and then presumptive income under the section 44 AE amount will be calculated like this. So like this you can enter the details in the WebbyTax software related to the presumptive business income under the section 44 AD, ADA and AE. After a thorough discussion, I will summarize with some practical tips. Keep Form 26AS and EIS handy to identify any data mismatches and other informations. Cross-check your turnover and presumptive income, as there are dual benefits available for every taxpayer. Ensure that all your bank accounts are reported. Utilize digital payment methods to take advantage of the higher turnover limit. Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Also, if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time and hope you found value in this. Stay tuned for more compliance content coming soon. Until then, take care and have an amazing day.